Okay. Oh my God. So this came across my phone. It came across yesterday and I flagged it, but I never reported on it. So Erika Jayne, the pretty mess herself, was threatened by a woman who says she will shoot the reality star point blank as embezzlement investigation heats up. This is being reported by Radar Online. Why am I sounding excited? I don't know. Well, anyway, here's how the article reads. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne continues to receive hateful messages from people upset with the claims the reality star helped embezzle millions meant for orphans and widows. As the newest episode of the Bravo show aired last night, Jayne decided to spend her time sharing a recent death threat she received. The reality star hasn't been a fan favorite after the disgusting accusations came out against her. They're allegations, they're accusations, they're true. So, okay. The message started, I hope you die a very brutal death, the woman told Jayne. Do not blame Girardi for cheating on you. You probably have herpes. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, and it says Scooter Braun. Remember I told you that it was a rumored affair that they were having, and he and his wife filed for a divorce after 7 years. It says Scooter Braun wouldn't want nothing to do with you. Die, bitch, die. Go take a dirt nap. Who the F do you think you are talking to something like that? If you were in front of me right now, I'll shoot you point blank. Not with a squirt gun either. Take that to your cop son. You slimy piece of shit. Watch your back. Batch. The woman DM'd Jayne. I'm sorry. She says, I can't wait till October 30th. That's when she goes into court. In the past couple of weeks, Jayne has shared a couple of these threatening messages left on her social media by people upset with embezzlement claims. How do we know she's not sending this stuff to herself? So the article goes on to say the Bravo star has not revealed whether she reported the messages to the police. Well, she should have. Her son's a cop. I think she's sending them to herself. It's clear Jayne is trying to present a different narrative than the one being presented in court and on television. Thank you. She's lying through her damn teeth. Jayne is dealing with the fallout from her estranged husband, Tom Girardi's legal woes. She's facing serious federal lawsuits in which his former clients say the once respected lawyer diverted their settlement funds to keep his lavish lifestyle with Jayne going. In court, his creditors say Girardi ran his firm like a Ponzi scheme for over a decade. He was forced into bankruptcy earlier this year, but his creditors, that doesn't make any sense. A trustee was put in place to take control of his finances and figure out the best plan to pay his debt. Well, Erika is saying that, she's being ordered to actually pay, and there's the screenshots of the woman that's doing the death threats and everything else, but I'm still thinking there is no picture there. And the picture, well, no, there's a picture there, but the picture there looks like you can just pull it off the internet. And then the woman goes to say, oh, this is a good one. She says, if you were in Augusta, you'd be burned at the trees. Do you blame him for cheating on you? You probably have herpes. Scooter, and that's what I can't wait till you go to your grave. Oh my God. Okay. And then she called her, you were lying, SLUTWHORE. Oh my God, this one went off. So anyway, she's saying that she doesn't have any money. Anything she received, she says, was gifts, and she's refusing to pay bills. The trustee presiding over the bankruptcy asked the court for permission And that's why Ronald Richards is investigating. He's investigating the situation with Erika Jayne. So they're trying to collect this money for Tom Girardi's creditors. Now, we've gone through this timeline before. I got so excited. I had to do this before I get out of here. November 3rd, she filed for divorce of 2020. And, she says, after much consideration, I decided to end my marriage to Tom Girardi. This is not a step taken lightly or easily. Okay, really. November 10th, the fight for the money started. Jayne asked that, Girardi pay spousal support as well as her legal fees. Well, that's not going to happen. December 2nd, that's when it all started. They're saying that the divorce was a scam, that they were fighting. And this was coming from the families of Lion Air flight JT610. These are the crash victims. Girardi had represented and alleged that he and his firm and Jayne owed tens of millions to clients and others who had worked on the case. The lawsuit against him filed in Chicago federal court claimed at the heart of this deception is defendant Girardi and his need to fund outrageous lifestyle for himself and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Erika Jayne. Oh, my God. And this was to keep up their celebrity status. January 2021, Girardi and his firm was forced into bankruptcy. And this is because the creditors claimed he owed millions of dollars and that he misappropriated a minimum of $2 million that was awarded to victims' family in the plane crash. Now, we're not talking about the $12 million settlement that the young man received from PG, from that explosion that killed his girlfriend and left him burned all over his body with needing several surgeries a year. February 1st, Girardi is placed under conservatorship. We know that conservatorship has now gone through. His brother is in charge of his conservatorship. He's now, this week he was supposed to be checking into a senior citizen assisted living facility. I don't know where his kids are because Tom has kids. And if you remember, his son-in-law left the firm just recently. And one of his partners left the firm like 10 years ago because his wife told him something isn't right there. So his brother is now in charge of him. His brother's name is Robert Girardi. And they're saying that he has late onset Alzheimer's disease as well as dementia, which is what Erika was trying to get through when she was talking about how he had that accident. He's driven this way for 20 something years, which is more than 20 years because he was in that house before he married you with his with his previous wife. So he's lived in that home more than 20 years. There is no hills behind that house. I don't know how he went down the switchback and went down the hill, crawled up the hill. Who knows how that man did that? And then he was unconscious for 12 hours when there is no police reports in Pasadena. None. July 2020, the young man, what is it? It's the Ramirez family, who was represented by Girardi against PG&E Utility Company following the explosion, says he stopped distributing their settlement to them. A judge said on July 6th, they could continue their collection efforts against Erika and third-party transferees as part of Girardi's personal bankruptcy proceedings. Court filings show on July 7th, Jayne posted a GIF herself saying, "The Ice Queen can take it." Really? The Ice Queen can take it? Okay, that's why you ordered that drink Wednesday night on the show. That's called No Apologies. We got you, Erika. The paperwork, so the trustees handling Girardi Geese's bankruptcy case filed court papers on July 14th, claiming that Jayne and her companies owe the firm $25 million. And remember, we did a breakdown on that week before last week. Debbie and I did it on Cocktails with Heidi. So she's feuding with her lawyers. They've threatened to leave. She said that she called Ronnie McDonald, one of her that She said he was fake ass internet JSD. She referred to Ronald Richards, the investigators. You know, she's capping on everybody. She called him a clown. A clown ass. He was a low budget at best. This is what she said about Ronald Richards, who the court has appointed to investigate and find these, and find these monies. She fought hard to keep him off the case, and we know that didn't work. He made, let's see, I'm trying to see what else is there. So anyway, yes, she's getting death threats, and still nothing has she said about the victims. There is no remorse. And if you guys haven't seen The Housewife and the Hustler, you have to see it. You have to see it. So, this is getting good. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But anyway, guys, that's about it for Miss Fake Pretty Mess. That is her name. She's a pretty vile mess, along with vile Kyle. So again, the article was coming from Radar Online, and I just gave you a synopsis of the stuff that Debbie and I had discussed in previous weeks. But Erika Jayne needs to be, she needs to be canceled. She definitely needs to be canceled. You know, it's expensive to be her, especially when you're spending other people's money.